Hello, everyone. I am back. That's right. This is another great episode of Public Speaking and Business. This has just been a great series. If you have not been watching, then you have truly been missing out. I need you to go back on my page and start from about 2 weeks ago from the Sunday of Essence Festival and just go all the way through because I have been speaking with some phenomenal women, some business women, entrepreneurs. They are doing their own thing and they've each shared in their own unique way how public speaking has truly helped their businesses. And so I really want you to hear their messages and I want you to follow their pages and possibly even reach out to work with them because they all are offering something just tremendous that I know could help you in your business or in your everyday lives. And so, again, why am I doing this? Because I want you all to see the importance of public speaking, how it can not only help you in your business, but just in your everyday life. Communication is so important. And a lot of the times when we have a breakdown in communication, things just go crazy. So if we are better communicators, we'll only not be able to get our needs met, but we'll be able to help the needs of others around us. And communication helps us in our personal lives, our business, professional, friendship, socially. You can't get around having communication. You have to communicate. And so today, we were blessed to have a great speaker an hour ago, and now we're blessed to have another great speaker. So I'm going to turn it right on over to you, Miss Ariel Fabre Lewis. Tell everybody about your businesses and what you have going on.
Thank you so much, Dr. DeLoache. I really appreciate you having me here today. And this is a great work that you are doing because it is much needed. But hi, everyone. My name is Ariel Fabre Lewis. I'm an attorney, and I've just recently launched my speaking business called Layera Speaks. And the purpose of my speaking business is to share my expertise and passion on vision and goal setting. And I also run a nonprofit called Pearls of Power, which is an organization that also helps preteens and teens with goal setting and ensuring that their future is a success.
Wow. So, ladies, we have definitely a boss here. We have an attorney. She just launched her speaking business and she has a nonprofit. So, wow, so many great nuggets there. So, I'm just going to get right into it. Why do you believe public speaking is a crucial skill for business professionals today?
The art of communication is the language of leadership. And that just sums it up. That's a quote by James Hume. And if you aren't speaking like a leader, you won't be able to lead. And if you're an entrepreneur, you should aim to be a leader in your industry. And a lot of times, public speaking separates the successful entrepreneurs from the ones who aren't so successful. And a lot of times, the people who don't have the skill of public speaking, they may have an awesome product, they may have an awesome service, but they're unable to communicate their ideas effectively. And so, by sharpening your public speaking skills, you can create your great ideas effectively. You can inspire a team and you can build professional relationships, which is very, vital, if you want to collaborate with other people.
Wow, that's true. I love how you said that. Pretty much to be a true leader, you got to have public speaking. People follow strong leaders. And I don't want to, get into politics, but I'll just say let's watch what's happening in the media. We have clear things happening and a lot of times, and this is the tricky part, even if somebody is not a good leader, if they're able to speak, if they're able to command the room, if they have a strong presence, people will buy into the hype. People will believe that they are, even if they're not. And so sometimes, how we present ourselves, how we're able to speak, how we're able to project, that all plays a part in how we're believed or how we're perceived. And so if you want to be an effective business owner, or just even with leadership and promotion on the job, or just having those positions of power, if you're not able to strongly talk and communicate, people are not going to take you seriously. So you said it perfectly. You have to be able to strongly put your point out, have to talk confidently, and you have to, walk in that. You have to truly own it and believe it. And even if you don't feel it, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you become it. But you have to have a strong presence.
Yes, that is so true because being a good speaker, it gets trust, it builds trust and credibility with
Yeah,
the audience. And so, and like you said, with jobs, I mean, once you develop some good communication, you're going to get the job if you can get the interview.
that's right. That's right. So, wow, that was so good. And the second question is, can you share a personal experience where effective public speaking significantly impacted your career or business?
Absolutely. As an attorney, public speaking is the cornerstone of my career. And so you have to present and argue a case effectively if you want the judge to rule in your favor. So, mastering the art of communication has been instrumental in my legal career. And so, it's also helped me to pivot into my speaking business. It's definitely helped to prepare me for my speaking business. As an attorney, we have to communicate clearly and persuasively. And also growing up in church, at my church, they put us in front of the church at 2 years old. If you can stand up and hold the mic, my first speech was Jesus is love.
Okay.
And so being in church laid the foundation for me to, be confident in speaking as an attorney. And from the church to the courtroom, that's prepared me to be a speaker and launching my speaking business.
Wow, well, you definitely have, like you said, laid the foundation, starting early. And like you said, as an attorney, you have to speak. That's what lawyers do. That's what attorneys do. They have to be able to come across confidently for their client. And I love how you brought up persuasion because, that's what we all have to do. We're all persuading people in some way, shape, or another. We all are selling something, whether we want to believe it or not. If I want you to be my friend, I'm trying to persuade you to show you that I'm a good friend. If I want you to date me, romantically, I'm trying to persuade and make you see that, hey, I am the better option as a mate. So we do it day in and day out with work, with family, with home, with, school, with work. You're constantly trying to present your best self. You're constantly trying to win people over. You're constantly trying to voice how you're the better person for whatever the situation is. So you have to get comfortable, even if you're uncomfortable. You have to find a way to get comfortable with speaking and getting your point across, because if you don't, you're going to find where life is going to pass you by, and you're not going to get where you want to go, and you're not going to have what you want to truly have, because if you don't know how to speak up for yourself, people will take advantage of you. People will overlook you. And so you have to have a strong voice. You have to have a strong presence. And that's not being a bully, that's not being bossy, but that's about being confident and about articulating your needs, getting your needs met. And so I love that you brought all of that up, and how, your faith and church and just everything helped tie it all together, and how it all was used to help you not only become a outstanding attorney, but also to pivot into your businesses. So that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
And you're welcome. You're welcome. And the next question is, what are some common public speaking challenges that business professionals face, and how can they overcome them?
From my conversations with other business professionals, it seems that stage fright is an issue, lack of confidence, and having difficulty in engaging the audience. And so I would say to overcome stage fright is to practice regularly. If you can, go to the venue where you're going to be speaking to get comfortable with the venue beforehand. And to overcome lack of confidence, I would say really get deep into the material, have a deep knowledge of the material that you're going to present, and just practice, practice, practice. And as far as overcoming the engagement difficulty with the audience, I would say if you can, use visual aids, ask questions to try to get the audience engaged. And so, I believe that those are the issues, and those are some good tips in overcoming them.
Wow, those are amazing tips. You really hit the head on. And, not to throw in a plug, but I will. My speakers boot camp really touches on everything that Ariyal just mentioned. Stage fright, like you said, is the number one thing that holds people back. And actually, out of the top fears in the world, or in America, I should say, the second highest fear was stage fright, or fear of public speaking. So many people are petrified about getting in front of an audience, having to speak. Some people are even afraid to pray at dinner or at Thanksgiving. They don't want their voice hurt at all. They don't want the attention on them at all. And guess what? There are tips, just like how you gave, to help overcome stage fright. There's ways to help overcome engagement. And like you said, prepare. Practicing and preparing, I feel like, are the biggest things that can help eliminate those issues, because when you know your material, when you've gotten yourself familiar with the venue, when you've practiced and you know this information, then you have no choice but to perform. It's going to come, it's going to flow naturally. And some of the top speakers, some of the best speakers, people who've given TED Talks, people who've had millions watch them talk, they have a ritual, they have a routine that they go through, and they constantly prepare. They constantly spend hours practicing. So a speech that may take an hour, they put about 40 or 50 hours worth of practice into that speech so that they can perfect their craft. So don't ever feel like you can get to a place where, oh, I'll arrive and I'll never, be nervous or need help, because even the most confident speakers have to get help. Excuse me. So those were all excellent tips. And so I'm going to wrap up with this last question. What is one essential tip you would give to someone looking to improve their public speaking skills?
Authenticity. I think authenticity is number one. I feel that if you show up as your authentic self, you will connect with the people who are assigned to you. And I believe that being authentic resonates more than a perfectly memorized speech. And so it's a combination of preparation and being yourself.
Wow, I love that. Authenticity. There's so many people who, I guess you can say, want to be like somebody else. They feel like, oh, this person has 1 million followers, or this person got 1 million views. So maybe I need to do what they did. And that's the thing. Everybody has their own lane. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has what's important to them. And when you're authentic, it's going to resonate. It's going to help the audience get to know you, the human side. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a carbon copy of anybody else. But like you said, be your authentic self. And then you'll be more comfortable, because a lot of times when I'm performing, when I'm trying to become somebody else, it's uncomfortable
Mhm.
and it's scary and it's nervous, and I'm trying to remember, what do they do, how do they look. But if I'm just myself, then I don't have to remember anything. I can just be myself, lean into what makes me naturally who I am, and then guess what, people are going to either like it or not, and it's okay, because we're not for everybody. My speech is not for every audience. So you have to find your tribe. And how do you find your tribe? By being yourself. I don't want people to fall in love with a fake Samantha, just like you wouldn't want someone to fall in love with a fake Ariel. We have to all be who we are, and let the people who genuinely love and support us, they're going to be attracted to what we're offering, because we're being ourselves.
Yeah, and the sad part about imitating others, you're not connecting with the people who need what you have.
Wow. That's so true. You're right. We all have an assignment, whether we know it or not, and whether we try to answer it or not. But if I'm being somebody else, you're right. The people who are meant to be with me or follow what I have going on, they're not going to be able to recognize me, and they're not going to get what they need, because I'm not being my authentic self. So that was so good. We need to make sure that we're doing our best so that the people that are called to us will be able to recognize us without a doubt, and we'll be able to help them, because I've learned that what we experience, what we go through, is not for us, but it's really for somebody else.
That is so true.
Yeah, so that was excellent. So I thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. And I want you to take time right now to tell us what you have going on, and how can we stay in touch, how we can continue to follow you.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. So, Layera Speaks is the name of my speaking business. You can like and follow my page on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at Layera_speaks. And my message with my business is basically to show people how to transform their dreams into reality with their God-given vision. And so my area of expertise is vision and goal setting, and you can book me through my website layeraspeaks.com so that I can show up and help you transform your dreams into reality. And you can also follow Pearls of Power, which is my nonprofit, on Facebook. You can like and follow that page, and I greatly appreciate your support.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask the name, Larry. Can you say it again?
Layera.
Lara, can you tell us, the meaning behind the name, if you don't mind, because that's so unique.
Yes, well, I'm actually pivoting from I'm going to remain an attorney, but I want to pivot into motivational and transformational speaking. And it's basically my first name spelled backwards.
Wow, that's so unique.
Thank
I
you.
love that. I love that. I love that. And I think it's important for us to realize that, many people may say, oh, she's an attorney. That should be good enough. Why is she trying to pivot? Why is she trying to change? But I think that's beautiful. Just like I'm a pharmacist, I'm pivoting into my Speakers Academy. So in September, I'm opening my Model Speakers Academy and I'm doing my Speakers Boot Camp that launches tomorrow. So definitely you want to sign up. But, it's okay. I think that women like us, we need to show the world that you can be good at more than one thing. And you don't have to put yourself in a box. If
Yeah,
there's other passions, other things that speak to you, then lean into those things.
yeah. And by you being a pharmacist, it's showing other pharmacists that they don't have to be in a box. It's showing other attorneys that they don't have to be in a box. You could
Right.
create your own future and your own destiny.
Exactly. You can create your own lane. If it hasn't been created yet, then maybe it's for you to create. Maybe it's for you to do. And so, that's why I created my Modeling Pharmacist brand. I said, because the last thing I want to do is one day wake up and see somebody else saying Modeling Pharmacist. And this has been something that's been on my heart for years. So if there's something special that you all want to create, then this is the time to get moving because you'll never feel 100% ready. But take what you have and just make it happen. It's not going to be perfect, but guess what? Done is better than perfect. So just get your product, get your service out there, and then like women like Ariel can help you. They can help coach you, they can help build you. And again, if you want help with speaking, my boot camp starts tomorrow. And there's just so many opportunities. And hey, there's even YouTube University. There's free things that you can do. So there's no excuse where you can't better yourself or become a better speaker. So I just want to thank you so much for coming, Ariel, and sharing your heart and just sharing your passion and how you were able to pivot. And just, I love everything that you're doing, and I wish you so much success. I know that you have great things in store, and this is only the beginning. And I look forward to even working with you in the future because I love everything that you stand for. I love it.
Thank you. And ditto back to you. I love everything you're doing. It's creative. You're not imitating anyone else. And that's my last message I want to leave with people. There's a fine line between inspiration and imitation. And I love people who choose to be different rather than just to copycat or counterfeit someone else's journey.
Wow. Well, you heard it. We want authenticity. The world needs more authentic people. And you know what? You've gotten some great information in this call, this talk. And so definitely you're going to want to watch this back to get those nuggets because Ariel was not playing and she definitely laid it out. So again, I thank you for coming on today. And I want to encourage everyone to definitely follow Ariel and what she has going on, follow her nonprofit as well as her business, and make sure you sign up for the boot camp. It starts tomorrow. If you're on the fence, get off of it, make a decision to become a better speaker. And it starts with investing in yourself. We can wait and we can wish and we can pray and we can hope, but at the end of the day, nothing's going to replace the work. So if you want to get better, you got to do the work. And so this is a step towards that in the right direction. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. And tomorrow we're going to have some more great talks. I have 2 more in store for tomorrow. So you want to stay tuned. So again, thank you, Ariel, so much. And I look forward